Long before aeroplanes crisscrossed the skies, and before ships carried goods across oceans, there was a road that connected the world. A road that carried silk, spices, ideas, and stories across continents. This was the Silk Road, a network of trade routes that shaped civilizations. Hidden along these paths are cities once thriving, now buried under centuries of dust, sand, and time. Their walls, streets, and artifacts whisper stories of the people who lived, worked, and dreamed along these ancient roads, waiting for us to uncover their secrets. The Silk Road stretched over 6,000 kilometers, not as one single road but a web of interconnected routes, linking empires, kingdoms, and cultures. From the deserts of Central Asia to the mountains of Persia and the ports of the Mediterranean, it carried goods, religions, and ideas. Silk from China, spices from India, precious metals, ceramics, and gems moved along these routes, shaping economies and cultures for centuries. Yet, while some cities like Samarkand and Xi'an thrived and remained famous, many others were lost to history, swallowed by sand, war, and shifting trade routes. These hidden cities were not just trade stops, they were incubators of art, knowledge, and culture. The journey begins in Loulan, a desert oasis city on the edge of the Taklamakan Desert, now part of modern-day China. Hundreds of years ago, this city was a thriving hub for merchants crossing the harsh desert. Silk, jade, and spices passed through its streets. Wooden tablets, carved with messages and contracts, revealed the everyday lives of people who lived here, traders, artisans, and families who struggled to survive in an unforgiving landscape. Loulan was not only a commercial hub but a cultural crossroads, where languages, religions, and customs converged. Yet the desert was relentless, and over centuries, shifting sands and political turmoil erased much of Loulan, leaving only fragments of a once great city. Rising from the heart of the desert, Palmyra felt like a mirage to those who traveled the long and dangerous Silk Road. For weary caravans, it was more than a stop, it was a moment of relief, where water, shelter, and life returned after endless stretches of sand. As traders arrived, the city came alive with voices from distant lands, each bringing their own language, customs, and stories. Massive columns lined its streets, and the rhythm of daily life echoed through its markets and gathering spaces. Here, strangers became partners, and ideas moved just as freely as goods. Though the desert still surrounds it today, the silence of its ruins hints at a past filled with movement, connection, and human encounter, reminding us that even in the most remote places, the Silk Road created worlds of its own. Farther west, we reach Merv, in present-day Turkmenistan. Once one of the largest cities in the world, it was a jewel of architecture, learning, and commerce. Merv was home to over 500,000 people. Its streets were filled with merchants, scholars, and travelers from distant lands. Libraries flourished with texts on medicine, astronomy, philosophy, and religion. Merv was also a center of Islamic culture, with mosques, madrasas, and public squares, where ideas were exchanged as freely as goods. In the western edge of the Taklamakan Desert, the cities of Khotan and Kashgar served as cultural crossroads for the Silk Road. Khotan was famous for its jade and silk, while Kashgar's markets were filled with spices, carpets, and stories from travelers and pilgrims. These cities were vibrant centers of art and religion. Buddhist monasteries, Zoroastrian temples, and later Islamic mosques coexisted, illustrating the rich cultural tapestry of the Silk Road. The Silk Road was more than tradition, it was life. Merchants braved deserts, mountains, and bandits. Families lived alongside markets, relying on trade for survival. Knowledge, art, and religion traveled alongside silk and spices. Innovations in medicine, astronomy, and mathematics spread along these routes, making the Silk Road one of the earliest global networks in human history. Every city along the route contributed to this network, even the smallest oasis or hidden settlement. Today, modern technology is uncovering the hidden cities of the Silk Road through satellites, drones, and excavations. Ancient streets, artifacts, and forgotten stories are coming back to life, revealing how deeply connected the world once was. These ruins are more than broken walls. They are powerful reminders of human ambition, culture, and the exchange of ideas that shaped civilizations across vast distances. And while the Silk Road may be silent today, its cities still whisper stories waiting to be rediscovered. This video explores only a small part of this incredible history. If you want us to cover famous Silk Road cities like Samarkand, Bukhara, or Xi'an, let us know in the comments.